So once you have successfully set up your OneDrive and logged in with your email and password, it's going to show up on the bottom right hand of your screen here. This is how you can access it. You can access it also in your file finder, and you can access OneDrive by typing OneDrive into the finder. So we're going to open up this application using this toggle here, over here on the right hand side. Here we go. So in this, you're going to see all your recent documents. You're going to see an option to open the folder locally on your computer, to view your OneDrive online, and also your recycle bin, which is recently deleted items. This does clear after 30 days, and an option to modify your settings here at the top. So we're going to open this folder, and as you can see, this is a file structure that you're probably used to seeing. These are backups of my desktop, documents, pictures, and my attachments. But if I want to create a folder in just my OneDrive that's hosted on the OneDrive and not locally on my computer, I can create it directly in the file finder. Now, when you are not connected to the internet, you're not going to have access to those documents unless you change it to be locally stored on your computer. So this is a cloud hosted folder that we're creating. So what I'm going to do first is make sure that I'm inside of my OneDrive. You can see by the file path up here that I am, and then I'm going to right click to create a folder. And we'll just do test folder. All right, so now I know that this is on my OneDrive. It's currently syncing, and this is going to be in the cloud and also available on my laptop, but only when I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. Now, if I want to put files into this folder, I can drag and drop from anywhere in the file finder, just like I would move anything else on my computer. But I can also save from an application to my OneDrive as long as it's a Microsoft application. So as an example, we can go to Word and make a test document. I'll just open a blank document here, and I'm just going to say test document. And you can see up here, the autosave currently looks like it's off. So when we save it to OneDrive, the autosave is automatically going to toggle to on, which means that any updates I'm making on this document are live, syncing to the cloud, which means if my computer crashes for any reason, I will still have access to the document on OneDrive, so the next time my computer comes up, all my changes will be there. I'm going to hit File and Save As like you normally would, but we're going to make sure that we are saving to our OneDrive. So I'm going to click OneDrive. These are the folders in my OneDrive, and I see my test folder here. So I'm going to select that. Now that I'm in my test folder, and I can confirm that in the file path that I'm in my OneDrive in the test folder, I'm just going to save it as test. I've got an alert that my autosave is now on, which is great. And we're going to check back at the file finder to make sure that document is there. So I'm going to open my test folder, and you see that my document is now synced in this folder. So the next great aspect of OneDrive is the file sharing aspect of OneDrive. So this file, if I want to collaborate with one of my team members, for instance, and I want to see their updates live and what they're working on while I'm working on it, or we need to collaborate, I can share this document with them. There's a couple ways to do that. I can do it from the program itself, which is share. There's two options here. You have share, which is going to be with any email that you'd like, and you have copy link. For the purposes of this training, and the best way to do this is to hit share, and it will send the recipient an email. So I'll type in my email, and if they are in my or they're inside the directory, so if they're a team member of mine, they'll automatically pop up. You can also share externally by just typing in the full email. And I'll just send a test email and send the invite. Now, there's another way to manage your permissions. You can manage them in OneDrive or in the document itself, hitting share and managing access. So now I can see who has access to this document. Cari Grafton, who I just shared it to, myself, the demo account, and the admin of my tenant, which is just ProActive information management in my case. You can also see any links that you sent out. Now, I haven't created a link yet, but if I had created a link and sent that, I would see my links here. and what permission settings those links had. The permission settings here are really interesting. So if you want someone to be able to view a document only, but you do not want them to be able to edit that, this is where you would do this. So direct access, I have options to edit, review, can view, and can't download. So you want to be able to modify this. Say it's a person outside of your organization that you need to share some information with, but you do not need them to change the document, or you don't want them to change your original document. This would be a great way to share it with them without having them potentially modify the document. You can also remove access here. Now, I want to check this in my file finder instead of OneDrive. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm seeing my test document that we were just in. It's pending a sync, and I see this little icon here, which means it has sharing permissions. There is someone that this is being shared with. If I wanted to create another document, for instance, and it did not have sharing permissions, it would not have this small icon with a little person here.